Hello, everyone. Welcome to the House of NFT Daily Dose. It's Thursday, October 29th, 2020, and we are going to get right into the news here. Ethereum back above 390, showing strong support at 380 after climbing back down from about 406, and before that, just really bumping up against that 420 number that everyone keeps saying is going to be such an obstacle going forward, but then you never know because we've got Bitcoin creeping up here. Looking like just pulling back from 13.6 here. We got resistance at 13.8 for Bitcoin, but that could blast through at any moment. We got the election coming up, and Ethereum is bound to follow. So right now, Ethereum's on sale. Might not be a bad idea to pick some up. We got some great stuff going on in the world of NFT, and Ethereum is the currency for a lot of that. We're going to go through the Coingecko non-fungible token list here, starting with Enjin. Of course, Enjin, synonymous with ERC 1155 with the NFT standard on Ethereum, and any innovation we see going forward with Ethereum is going to bring Enjin with it. But of course, it's down because we've got a bit of a risk off scenario with the altcoin world going into the election. We're seeing other than Ethereum, which I don't think we can call an altcoin at this point. We're seeing a lot of these are down, and I don't think you can blame them or really talk about, that having anything to do with the coin itself, just this broader move in the market. We've got Infinity, the mainnet launching for Enjin, so much coming up, and I'd like to hear from you out there in the comments. I know some of you know a lot more about Enjin than me. There might even be stuff out there that you can't tell me because of a non-disclosure agreement. I'd love to hear whatever you got to say. Do you think Enjin's going to really, is it going to come back and just roar and beat those all-time highs of, what is it, like 48 cents or something like that in 2021? Because we've got the Microsoft partnership. We got a lot going on with Enjin. Let's hear from the Enjin people. And I'd love to talk to someone on the show. And it looks like there's a giveaway, an Enjin NFT here from CoinMarketCap. I want to win that, and you get more entries for sharing. So there's going to be a link below, and we're gonna figure this out, right? We're gonna find a way to win one of these because there's 1,000 of them. And don't you think that's a great idea when you talk about non-fungible tokens, right? We're talking about the perfect sort of gift kind of thing that you could give out. Imagine if you had a QR code, right? We're in the middle of a pandemic. You can't really be giving out candies. You don't want to open your door. What if you could put a QR code on your door? Kids could come by. They could get their NFT or something like that. I don't know. You could put it on your Twitter, social media, like they've done here. This is great, right? CoinMarketCap and Enjin, way to go. We're going to make sure that we can all enter this. And I think it goes until like November 4th. And next on the list, we're looking at Decentraland. Let me just refresh this. I think maybe that's a little stale. Decentraland looks like, it's up a little bit. Things are coming back a little bit. Down 10% for the week. It's maybe not the, way we'd want things to go, but I think after the election and when things calm down, that'll come back. All right. Let's close that out there. And here we've got Wax. Wax, again, affected by this, going down. And we're only a few days out from the U.S. presidential election, one of the most contested elections in history. People are thinking there could be riots or anything, especially if Trump wins. I can only imagine. Wax has some pretty cool stuff going on. And there's something I wanted to mention, actually. I tweeted out, what was it? Here we go. I tweeted out, I guess we shouldn't be surprised that William Shatner is light years ahead of everyone on the NFT trend. Of course, that's referring to that awesome Wax series, the William Shatner series. And he replied, or actually retweeted it, saying the best is yet to come. Do you guys know about this? I mean, come on, let me know in the comments. Is there another Wax William Shatner series in the works here? I have not been hearing about this. Is this news? Is this news, guys? Come on. Let me know in the comments what's up. And the last one was great. There was, these golden ticket giveaway things. There was the giveaway of, I think it was just one. This is like kind of the ultimate prize right here. You could win a signed, rare figure if you had a particular NFT. I think it was like a drawing. And the cards themselves are great. Obviously, we've moved on a little bit in terms of the artistic level or whatever that we're expecting from NFTs. So this could be, like William Shatner said, the best is yet to come. Of course, the originals will always be really rare, sold out in minutes, right? Moving on, we've got Ultra. Lots of good stuff going on with Ultra. I do see Ultra coming up here a little bit here. And, we shouldn't assume that Atari thing is everything that's going on with Ultra. That, I looked into that a little bit. The Atari thing is exciting, but I think it might be a little bit more that Atari wants to attach themselves to blockchain rather than this being such a huge thing. I think, they've been talking about shipping this product for like 3 years, and they've had people quit, CEOs switch or whatever, I don't know. And they're hoping, I guess, to ship 10,000 units by the end of the year. It's not going to be a game changer, but who knows? Maybe it will. Maybe there'll be something on there that goes viral. Maybe it'll be a new Pokemon style thing that catches on. Who knows? But there's so much going on with Ultra, the mainnet launch, like Enjin has a mainnet launch coming. Both of those incredibly exciting to watch. I don't think we should be judging these tokens by where they are now. At this moment, Whale is down, maybe a little bit of a comeback there. And of course, that's a really popular currency for buying art NFTs. We've got Sandbox, nice little candle here. Sandbox doing well. Let's maybe back this out a little bit. We can see the overall performance. See that it's a pretty new thing, and we haven't seen very much of a fall at all. Normally, you're going to see, if, it just happens. There's a lot of hype at the beginning, right? And then it goes down. Sandbox seems to, really be maintaining it. This is interesting. And I think Sandbox is definitely something to watch, although there are a lot of new lands coming in, as we'll see when we get to the top 10 list for the NFT markets. Red Fox, what do we got here? Let's refresh that. Here on Uniswap, I think this is going to give us the little warning thing. Yeah, sorry about that. All right. It's interesting. I don't know a lot about Red Fox. It'd be interesting to hear from someone from that project, but that's listed on the Coingecko list here again. And next is the Avogadro Ghost. And I believe this is NFT farming. Really exciting. There was just an article about this. Not that one. Somewhere. I'm lost here. There we go. Aavegotchi. Talking about farming NFTs and that kind of thing. And it is really exciting. You know where we're going with this, right? With NFTs. If you don't know about non-fungible tokens, there are plenty of videos out there. I'm sorry, I should probably explain it because this is the first video, but this is not, this is the news for people who know about this stuff. All right, so non-fungible tokens, right? They can represent anything. They're going to represent stocks and all kinds of securities, and then that will be, obviously farmed for DeFi or whatever. Exchanges will exist. They will be trading stocks as NFTs. We'll have chain of custody and all these things in ways that we don't. So Aavegotchi has a Halloween party going on too. It looks really exciting. Where is that at? Last year, trick or treat. Come fill your basket with sweet candy, right? It looks like they're going to have some giveaways Friday, October 30th, Discord server. Check that out. You can find that on Twitter. We'll put a link below. And next, we got Phantasma in time for Halloween here. We got 2 ghosts in a row, right? Looking a little bit weak here, but again, I don't think we can judge the performance of any of these right now based on their own merits. We got a lot going on with Phantasma. They've got NFT Self-Minting coming up really soon. And, of course, there's another component to Phantasma as well. There's not just the SOL token, which is like the governance token, which you stake to get KCAL. And KCAL seems to be finding support at around the 1 cent level. I think that just the fact that it's slightly under 1 cent is more due to the price of Ethereum being down a little bit. But if we look at the price thing here, we did spike up to, I don't know, what was that, about 1.2 cents or something like that. And right now we seem to be finding support at the 1 cent level. Things are going well for that one. And that's a relatively new coin as far as trading. People have been staking it and accumulating it, but it was just recently, since Phantasma completed the swap to Ethereum, that KCAL, this is their energy or gas token, which will, perform all of the functions of the network. You need it to do basically anything. It's now trading on Uniswap, and it is the Ethereum ERC20 form of KCAL, which you can swap in your Poltergeist wallet. And next we have Dego. And besides copyright infringement, this is a very interesting NFT farming. Oh, I don't have my wallet connected, or I'll show you this right now. But yeah, it's a very interesting project. Would love to talk to someone who knows more about this. I have not had a chance to play around with it, but I love the website, that's for sure. And the concept seems interesting, and it does seem to be doing pretty good. If we look here, oh, I think it's on Uniswap, is that right? Yeah. Refresh that quick, see what we got here. Yeah, still at about $1.34. So it hasn't been suffering too much from this. Oh, we had this big green candle. That's what's happening here. Okay. So definitely some interest there. And then we Rarible. I'm skipping down a little bit on that list here because this is actually, pretty important to people in this NFT space here. Rarible down again. And I think, people are just expecting that because they're dropping 75,000 every week to people who are probably going to sell it. But at some point, the dilution will be less and less, and I think it'll come back up. It's just right now, at this moment, has what some people call dumpamentals, right? And then don't forget the Flow token from Dapper Labs. They're the ones that started CryptoKitties. And this is, obviously getting a lot of interest. This article is from October 7th. But at some point, this is going to be open to the public. This is going to be trading on exchanges, and this is going to become a big player. I think it's going to be, as soon as it's released, immediately in the top 10. Remember, they have the NBA Top Shot thing that's already going on. Those of you who heard Pranksy on the Red Zima podcast, he's definitely an NBA Top Shot whale. And if there's more NBA series in the future and they really catch on, that could be an amazing thing to be. As of right now, I don't know if it's caught on all that much, but they have a lot of partnerships, a lot of things going on, and a lot of really big names involved in that. Okay, and now we see a further drop in the overall NFT market here. I think, things are just bad all around, right? We had a stock market drop. We've had no economic stimulus here in the United States. We've had, just a horrible economy. We're standing on the precipice of this coronavirus winter, and I'm here in the coronavirus capital. But still, the overall trend, I think, is up. And, it's possible that there has been maybe some wash trading or whatever that Rarible and other places have gotten rid of because they were giving out rarity tokens that were worth so much, and, people were buying their own items. It's possible. I don't know. Allegedly. I don't have any proof. Maybe it never happened one time. Who knows? But in any case, Rarible is still on top. There's a lot of really exciting stuff there, of course, all the time. Then we've got Axie. These are really great. I love this. Let's see. Here we've got an article. This is from August 26th. It's a while ago. The NFT game that makes sense for Filipinos. Probably is going to make sense for everybody by the end of this winter. We'll all be going to be breeding these Axies and selling them to survive, I guess, right? And yeah, this is interesting. I don't know how much it is now. In this article, they're talking about how they could make $200-300 a week or something like that playing this game. It's like a play-to-earn game, and it looks really nice. Let's check it out. We got to check this out because, I'll probably be playing this soon. I have not had a chance to play it myself, but it is on this Binance Launchpad. Tons have already traded. That's why the volume is so high there. That's just the last 24 hours, what you're seeing there on Ivan on Tech's juicy NFTs list there. We'll check that every day. It's a great list. Love Ivan on Tech. So here, Axies are fierce creatures that love to battle, build, and hunt for treasure. It's the play-to-earn revolution. You earn these tokens and, battle, all those kind of things. Fun, breeding. I'm sure breeding is, a lot of what's going on with the people who are making money from this. But yeah, there's a lot going on in the NFT space, but this is definitely one of the top, as you can see here, $25,000 in volume last 24 hours. And then you've got these. This is some kind of interesting token that is actually going to be, I think, in some way valid on the Axies as well as others. If you look, that's one of their partners here, Axie Infinity, also Sandbox. I don't exactly know what's going on with this Polyant Games ecosystem. It would be awesome to talk to someone from this who can tell me. And, just exactly what this ultra rare NFT enabling thing is. That would be awesome. Is this going to be like a currency that we can use in these various games? What is that going to be? Love to hear about it. We need to get people on here to talk about these things. This looks awesome. This is staking NFTs. You earn these Rev tokens, and I guess you don't get to use your in-game items when you're staking them is the idea. But, so yeah, this is a new concept. I don't know what they do. Do they rent out your car? Is it like an Uber, or not an Uber, Airbnb or something like that? Are you renting use of your NFT? I don't know, but they stake these NFTs. Somnium Spaceland, really interesting. I've had this map loading for a while. Yes. Oh, no, I don't think it loaded correctly because there's supposed to be big parcels and things here. Okay, I left that tab closed too long. That's quite a thing. So Somnium, it looks wild. I haven't looked too much into it, but it looks like buildings are selling for a lot. A big building like that might be like 30 Ethereum or something like that right now, but who knows? Maybe if this becomes a big thing. There's a lot of these lands, though, and we're going to see more of these, I think, even on this top 10 list. So this is definitely coming. We've got the .crypto domains. Joy World, oh my God. The NFT world, is so exciting. It's so much fun. You can become a joy collector, and what could be more fun than that? You can, let's look at these tokens. Look at these. How could you not want to collect these? And how could it not bring you joy? All right. And then we've got ENS. I believe that is the .eth domains. We've got Megacryptopolis. Looks very interesting. Definitely. It looks like another land type of thing, but we've got, at least one asset sold for 75 Ethereum. We've got active marketplace. Obviously, if they're in the top 10, could be interesting. Of course, the big ones, strangely enough, do we see Decentraland on here? I don't see them today. Do we see Sandbox on here? I don't see them. That's interesting. So, hey, Somnium, MCP. But I think that's a phenomenon with a lot of these lands. People want to get in there early. They want to be the first one. They want to be the first mover. And so that's why these are selling a lot right now, Somnium, Megacryptopolis, because these are the ones where you can get in and you can be the first mover in that space. Once something like Sandbox or Decentraland becomes fully bought up, do you want to be the 8th person to buy something at a markup, right? It starts to feel like, you're buying at the top or something like that. Then we've got Lux cards. Just a rareable collection, but these are cool, right? Very cool. All right, that does it for the juicy NFTs leaderboard. Let's get into some news. We got an article from NBC News. How great is that? How blockchain technology reached Christie's and changed the art world along the way. This is about the shift to NFT art. And we are in the middle of a pandemic, right? I think that has accelerated everything tech, everything crypto is exploding. And if you're going to put anything on the blockchain besides money, basically it's going to have to be a non-fungible token, right? If you're going to put real estate, stocks, art, anything like that, if you're going to track ownership of it. All along we've been hearing people say, business people, we'll hear them say, Bitcoin, I don't know about Bitcoin, but blockchain, that's great technology. Well, when they're saying that, they're talking about non-fungible tokens, right? Because anything else you're using, if you're using it to track your supply chain or whatever it is, those are non-fungible tokens, right? Because you're tracking your particular, whatever it is, anything, right? That's not fungible, it's not divisible, not interchangeable. So here we have an article that's actually recognizing all of the different accomplishments this NFT space has made in such a short time. We are in a compressed time, and obviously a digital collectible that you don't have to touch, that you can transfer, that is certifiably rare, is kind of an amazing thing. And authentication is such a huge thing. We're going to talk about this a lot. Authentication is what the blockchain is good at. My background is from the collectibles, paper money collecting and things like that, right? And of course, counterfeits and certification is a huge part of that, right? You have to send a piece of rare paper money in to be graded, and it will be certified that it is real. And if it doesn't have that certification, it might be worth a lot less because who knows? Maybe it could be a forgery, a really good one or something like that. And maybe there are some that are certified that are so good that they are still, in fact, forgeries. Who knows, right? And so the fact that with the blockchain, you really can't have forgeries if you can verify that this was made by this artist, by this person, or whoever it is, and that this is their NFT. No one could have created another one. No one could do that. I mean, maybe there are scams. Certainly, there's always going to be scams or whatever, and that is a big thing. Actually, it's a problem with Rarible right now. Just in the last, couple of days, I've heard both Ivan on Tech and BitBoy Crypto talking about how their NFTs that they made, their branded NFTs on Rarible, they're basically both saying don't buy them on Rarible because you're just you see nothing but the fakes, right? And so unfortunately that is something that's happening. But if you know what you're doing, you can see that, that wasn't actually made by this person. It was made by someone who has a similar picture and a similar name or whatever it is, but it's not the real thing, right? It's not that actual account. It's not that actual Ethereum address where it's coming from, where it was minted from. And so you can prove that it has provenance built into it. And that's the wonderful thing about cryptocurrency, right? A lot of people don't realize this, but I do, of course, coming from a numismatic background, that, fake gold and silver is a huge problem. And, actually a surprising amount of the gold that you might buy on, say, eBay or somewhere is not actually going to be real. And it's a sad but true fact. You can find articles about this. I should have had one ready, I guess. But yeah, the fact that this artwork here is verifiably rare, right? We know there's only one of these or only 5 of these, and there only ever will be unless, I guess, the artist decides to dilute them, which why would they do that? Of course, their reputation is their, stock and trade. So, of course, they're not going to do that. That would be against their interests, and it's against your interests. And so your interests align. It's perfect, right? And these digital collectibles have been accelerated by the pandemic, yes, and it's a big thing now, but I don't think that it's going away, and I think that the NFT trend is going to expand, and you watch in 2021, it's going to be huge. And speaking of huge, let's look at this. All right, we've got this piece here. There's a bidding war going on this one. This is a super rare piece. If you don't know superrare.co, you got to check these guys out. Obviously, that's one of it is probably the big name, but of course there's other big ones, Known Origin, Maker's Place, all these, that have some incredible art. But superrare.co has this huge amount of incredible artists, and right now there's a bidding war on this piece. I can't show you the full screen here because I'm a noob when it comes to OBS, but yeah, this is incredible. If we look here, oops, that's the wrong one. Where am I at here? Oh, there we go. Okay, so here, this is from Coldie. He collaborated with Hackatow. Is it Hackatow? I don't know. You don't have to tell me. On this, and you can see both of their styles in there. He said, thanks, this was one of my favorite to create to date. Really fun to collaborate. We both entered crypto art over 2 years ago. You can see they both have tons of pieces on Super Rare. I can't show you some of them, that's for sure. I'll have to blur them out. And now this one, this was at 30.7 when we had this bidding war here, bidding war tweet from him that I retweeted, and then got that response. And now it's up to 50. And he's got this method where there's a 24-hour reset, a soft close, they call it, I guess. I think he calls it the Coldie method or something. It's got the soft close where if there's another bid, it goes for another 24 hours. So this could be going for a while because honestly, this is an incredible piece. There are so many. Would love to talk to either or both of the artists about this when it's done, because I think this is just, I don't know, a very amazing, very lysergic piece. It's some incredible art. And speaking of art, this is also actually involving that artist Coldie, cryptoartweek.com. Check this out. There's a very political picture. Oh no. I better not leave that forever. I see some profanity. But yeah, Crypto Art Week. Yeah, that is having some great panels with artists. And definitely want to check that out. Okay, and we've seen people selling some crazy stuff on Rarible. I just wanted to point out that it actually is not something where you can necessarily sell anything. A lot of people think, well, if I mint this as an NFT, I can do anything with it. Here's someone selling their name. This artist, love this guy Bishop. He's always doing crazy stuff. That's a lot of money right there. But we got $423,000 with the fee. It would be about $10,000 more than that. You can name this guy whatever you want, right? Or here, someone's auctioning off their boyfriend's skin pixels. So there's some crazy stuff being sold in Rarible. I don't even know if, I guess that's not on sale. I don't know if that's going on still. But in any case, you can see people do stuff like this. But you also see a lot of stuff getting taken down. And so I'm going to have a little segment on that in tomorrow's news rundown where we talk about the limits. And I've got some examples saved up of people who did have their items taken down off of Rarible. They can't take them down off of the blockchain. No one can remove your NFTs that you mint from the blockchain, but they can not show them in their, on their actual app, on their actual website. And this is the same thing that we're seeing with the tech giants, right? They're being grilled right now on the Section 230 exemption, curation, censorship, whatever you want to call it. It is the question of the day, and it is not absent in the NFT world. And you can imagine that, just from what I've said about all the copyright infringement or whatever it is that's going on with, say, BitBoy and Ivan on Tech, that clearly there's a need for some extreme curation in these areas. Decentralized is not always easy, right? Because, it has to be at some point centralized on a website or something like that, and then they become responsible, and they have terms and conditions that specify no whatever pornography or copyright infringement and no illegal content, and they have to, right? You can't host those kinds of things and get away with it for very long. So that's going to be just a big debate going forward that's going to run throughout this, but I'm going to get into that more in depth tomorrow, as well as why NFT crypto collectibles are better than their physical counterparts. I know that's going to be controversial. Thanks so much for tuning in. I want to hear from you guys. Send me your questions, comments, anything you want to cover. If there's something I missed, then please let me know if I'm not talking about your coin, your project, and especially artists. You can contact me, on Twitter or wherever. Let me put that up. I'd love to have some artists on to talk about, their art, and especially if you have drops coming up, like to make sure we cover those. So thanks so much for tuning in, and we will talk to you guys soon.